أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Viewers of Cricket Star channel, Assalamu alaikum. I'm uploading match number 968 of SYED HAIDER SHAH alias Wasisha. It was T20 match tournament of International Cricket Council Academy Arabian League 2022. It was match between future MATTRES CC versus Dubai Devils at Oval 1 ICC cricket ground, Dubai Sports City, United Arab Emirates. Viewers, 21 years cricketer in UAE who played, mashallah, 3 Asia Cup and 1 World Cup under 19, represented United Arab Emirates. And in this match, he is representing future MATTRES CC. He made, mashallah, his 65th century since 1116 till this month of November. Viewers, mashallah, he made 251 half centuries and 7 150 in his career since 21 years age. Viewers, I would like to request you, please subscribe this channel of my son Syed Muhammad HAIDER SHAH alias Wasisha and support me. Thank you very much, and please watch this full match, ball to ball, his batting, and enjoy his batting. Thank you very much.
Over there, heavy shot and an easy chance. Had he gone ahead with that shot, probably would have cleared the fielders very close in. That's a big wicket. Big wicket. Adam Mirza has to walk back for a 2-ball duck. And future MATTRES, well, they're 2 for 2, 2 for 1, beg your pardon.
New batsman in is HAIDER SHAH, young Turk, who is very strong on and off. Will be a big wicket for the opposition. Shot wide, and again, he's finding it very difficult to get his rhythm for sure.
Just a one delivery that he bowled in the stumps got him a wicket. All the runs have come from extra so far. And Syed HAIDER SHAH, or what form this lad is in, scored 100 in the last game for future MATTRES. And he's enjoying himself with the bat. Swinging in and right behind it, middle of the bat. That is what happens when you are seeing the ball like a beach ball from the start.
Excellent play, excellent, I would say, a defensive shot from Syed SHAH. Bat and pad together. Will definitely take a couple of deliveries to settle in. Full toss, driven but straight to the fielder at mid-off, not for any runs. There is something for the fast bowler for sure, because the second delivery that he bowled was swinging into the right-handed batsman. We have to concentrate and bowl more and more such deliveries.
Okay, just the first few overs, you see the ball swing quite a bit. Then after that, just settles down to be a nice batting wicket. Pushing for a quick single there. There is a slight miswheel. That's the first run off the bat in this over. And Wasisha, well, even though he has 100 to his name, will be relieved to get off the mark.
Absolutely right. Batsman, you trying to get the first run from the bat to get that confidence, and that too from the middle of the blade. As a class batsman, Wasisha. The Yorker delivery, outer half of the bat was in contact. Just a single. The third man time will get those singles, doubles, and hit those bad deliveries out of the park. On the other hand, Hamid, each and every delivery that is hurled at him to try to get boundary. Meanwhile, excellent delivery. Good comeback by Ali Goa.
Again, targeting the stumps this time. And they already have the 11 from the over. HAIDER Wasisha, intelligent, street smart cricketer, knows they have the runs, doesn't have to play a rash shot, can get away with a single here as well.
This time around midline leg stump. What a shot that from Syed Wasisha. Pure timing. 4 runs.
Well, I'll tell you what, there have been 15 runs in the over, and that is the shot of the over so far. It was nothing more than a push. Have a look at this. This is test match cricket. Just in the gap, the most difficult shot to execute in cricket, and HAIDER Wasisha makes it look so simple. 20 for one now, future matters at the end of 2 overs. Might be a good option against Hamid Khan, but I'm not sure it's a good idea against HAIDER Wasisha. After that beautiful mid-on drive for a boundary, well, he's picked one up and gone over square leg for a maximum.
He positioned himself really nicely. He stayed inside his crease and then swiveled a bit to get that shot. And there was no fielder at the backward square leg. Magnificent shot that from Wasi.
Yeah, we're still in the power play. The two fielders deep, hard, deep mid wicket and long on. Oh, what a hit that to start off the over. Abdul Safar already under pressure. And again, intelligent cricket just guides it down to long on, and they take two. Once you have the 6 off the first ball, even if you take 5 singles, it's an 11 off the over. So this is good intelligent cricket. This is a very good partnership building as well. 45 runs already, and we're just in the 4th over.
And look at the projected score, the way they are going. This time, Yorked himself. Good thinking. It will be an interesting battle between Wasi Shah and Abdul.
Well bowled. Well bowled. Just holding his pace up a little bit. No turn there. A good dot ball. Couple of dot balls needed now.
I think that's a magnificent line to bowl. We were talking about that. Wayward line and got the treatment from Syed and Wasi Shah. You can't err in line, especially when you're bowling against someone like Wasi. It will make you pay.
Well, the commentator's curse is usually reserved for batsmen. This time it was for Abdul Safar. Bowled two very good deliveries. Then a Yorker length, almost a half volley on leg stump and an easy boundary. This time he pulls out. Under pressure already. The 50 comes up for future matters. 51 on the board. And we're just in the fourth over.
Much better line played with defensive. Was a defensive prod for a single. Wasi will retain strike. 4 overs gone. Future matters 52 for 1. Ashish Sharma being introduced for the very first time in this innings. Oh, away swinging delivery. They are appealing. But umpire Shiju Sam says no. Good away swinging delivery. Excellent ball that.
Have a look. There was a bat just grazing the wicket. Eagle-eyed Shiju Sam. He doesn't miss out on many. And the keeper and bowler, well, they were celebrating, not appealing. Good delivery to start off.
And this time, excellent looking on drive. Fumble at mid-on. And, well, relay feet. And won't be able to stop these two batters from picking up 2 runs. Excellent shot that from Wasi.
I just checked it at the last minute. HAIDER was SHAH. Straight down the ground and a misfield, giving away the extra run.
This time down the leg stump, flicked it, it's in the air. One bounce over the fence for 4.
Well, this time they've got the mid-wicket fielder for Syed HAIDER was SHAH instead of a traditional square leg. Again, missing the plot here, the wide A doubles.
Poor piece of bowling there. And the first delivery that he bowled, that's the line and length you need to bowl to Wasi, inviting the batsman to come on to the front foot. Much better line. Played it with the straight bat. Won't be able to stop these two batters from picking up that single.
Again, good cricket. Got a boundary, and then the ball after that, not trying to hit it too hard, gets a single. Brings Hamid Khan back on strike. And he hasn't faced a delivery for about 8 or 9 that have been bowled in the last 1.5 overs. Would there be frustration creeping in here now, Srijit? Or will he just bide his time? Hamid Khan, we'll have to see.
Better line, better length. But Wasi does well, opens the face of the bat with soft hands. And before the third man fielder could get to the ball, get an easy single. 5 overs gone, future matters 61 for 1.
There's a change in the com box. Ahmed Khwaja joins me for the next 5. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Nicely bowled, nice loopy delivery. Abdul Safar got hammered for 13 in his first over. Just a few errant deliveries. Despite losing that early wicket, future matters going along very nicely at 11.8 runs per over. Lofted over extra cover. And it's skipping way down the slope. Touch and go. And it will go. Nicely done. Syed HAIDER. He rolls into the 30s.
I didn't middle it. Got the toe end of the bat. Still had enough legs to cross that rope. He's looking good. As always, HAIDER was SHAH back from 100 in the last innings that he played here.
Yeah, I love the confidence with which he's been playing the last 5-6 months. Clarity of thought and approach. This time he goes downtown, mid-off is up, and it's a maximum. Glorious hitting.
Well, it is a 6. Well, again, he didn't get all of that. Again, the toe end of the bat. Abdul Safar keeping it wide outside off stump. Not sure if that is the right idea with that mid-off fielder up in the circle.
Wonderful lofted off drive. made it look simple. And they'll take a single there. Frustration from Abdul Safar. Well, let's talk about this boy, Syed Haider versus Shah Abdul Rahman. What more does he need to do to get a national call up? I think he's proved whatever he could do in domestic cricket. It's about time he gets invited to the big leagues.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree with you. I think he would be the perfect ploy at number 6 for the men in grey or men in magenta and blue as they are right now.
Well, whatever it is, it's not working. A very devastating ODI series loss to Nepal. 2-1 regarding that batting lineup. And you need to give that injection of youth, that verve. The likes of Aryan Lakra, Ali Shan Sharfu, Fahad Nawaz, Syed Haider Wasi Shah. It's about time this generation took over.
Got some respectability to the total. So yeah, these youngsters, well, they're a special breed. Haider Vasisha, as you said, Ali Shan Sharfu amongst the runs as well in this tournament.
Completely homegrown lads as well, born and raised in UAE. Nicely back cut, but straight to point. Oh, Hamid Khan, you would have been gone there. And instead, they've taken 2 on overthrows. Opportunism at its best.
Well, there could have been 2 run-outs, a double play. But in the end, Hamid Khan is safe. Suicidal running, to say the least. Was never a single, right in the hands of that point fielder. One miss, then it's Hanif, and miss number 2. Both direct hits would have taken him out.
That would have been a double play from baseball. Nicely clipped towards mid wicket. Good balance. And you can see with how much confidence Syed Haider Wasi Shah is playing with these days. Outstanding fielder. Can be your backup wicketkeeper as well. And he's already in a leadership role in a top side like Future Mattress. So what is the hesitation? I fail to comprehend.
And you have to give kudos to the future mattress management as well. Adil Mirza, Rohan Mustafa, Umair Ali Khan, backing the youngster. Oh, he's hit that hard. It's a no-look shot, but in the end, he gets a boundary. Hamid Khan finally connects with one.
Well, you don't need to look when you're bowling half trackers on middle and leg.
In the summer league that happened here just a few months back, and has already broken into the top 3 here as well from run scoring perspective. Used as a finisher by Future Matters, but with some of their main players missing, he's come up to number 3 and he's scoring runs for fun.
Oh, absolutely. And Daredevils, they would have felt they had an opportunity getting the wicket of Adil Mirza in the very first. So we're going to see some leg break being introduced. Mohammad Lukman. Well, I was just peering on the sidelines and I spotted a familiar face, Akshay Jotin, the star all-rounder. He's been a massive absence, and I just queried him, what happened, why aren't you playing? He said, I took a knock to my knee, his left kneecap, so hopefully he'll recover soon because he's a very important player. His 4 overs of medium pace plus that big hitting ability, just like his brother Abhay Jotin, they both lit up the domestic scene currently.
Yeah, very important player for this Dubai Daredevils lineup. And this is just their 3rd game. They've won 1, lost 1. So they want to keep that momentum going and get those wins together.
Down the leg side, not a good start for Lukman trying to push it through. Keeper Rahul Soni did well to save perhaps 4 wides there.
This is one of the problems with Lukman. Tries to bowl a bit too quick. As a leg spinner, you need to give the opportunity to the ball to turn a bit. You're not going to get a lot of turn if you're firing it in.
Now that's the nature of T20, isn't it? Makes the leg break bowlers bowl quicker in the air. Nicely played by Wasi. He's moved to 41 of just 23 deliveries. So stacking up those big scores after that 100, now he's on his way to another half century.
And it's amazing to see how he changes his game with the role. Here he knows the batting is a bit light for Future Mattress. No Umair Ali Khan, no Rohan Mustafa, no Ali Shan Sharfu, no Aryan Lakda. So he's the senior batsman and he's taken the responsibility at number 3, the most important batting position in a T20 game.
Oh, good Delivery speeding into the pads once again, but well watched by Syed HAIDER Shah. He'll keep the strike as well. 94 for 2.
Now change in bowling. It's Charit Nirmal coming in to bowl.
Yeah, coming in from the school end. Pretty much orthodox fast bowlers field outside the power play. There's a deep square leg, long on, long off, deep cover, and a third. Nicely clipped towards fine leg. Good fielding by Lukman. He's a decent athlete. I think he's kind of wasted at fine leg, to be honest.
He's good hands as well, good catching hands. Want to have a fielder like that at square leg catching or long on, long off. But maybe because he's bowling from this end, they want to keep him in the circle, keep him fresh.
And I would still like to see that extra cover fielder come players who just roll with it all the time. Ben Stokes comes to mind. How that man does it time and again in the clutch, in the pressure, in the limelight. He's had his blows, but the way he's come back, his cricket career is nothing less than a movie.
Yeah, it's always the players that have been through the toughest times that then come back and shine.
Oh, absolutely. Another phoenix rising from the ashes. He was desperately disappointed to miss out on the T20 World Cup. And he's taken that on the chin and in his stride. Immediately in the ODI setup, responded with a 50 on difficult pitches in Nepal. And that's the sign of a champion that he is. Good to see him back in national colours. It feels odd not seeing him there, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just, as we say, one of those people whose name is first on the list, even if he's not the captain. It's straight down the ground. Wasi gets a single. Steady over from Charit Nirmal. Just the 5 of it. 99 for 2 now. Future matters at the end of 9 overs.
Lukman continues. Once again, he's just struggling with that control. Good fielding at fine leg. Really good fielding. That will bring up the 100 for future matches in very, very decent time.
Well, it's interesting to see that the captain, Rahul Soni, not very animated. He saved a couple of boundaries for the team. That's good to see Mohit having a conversation with the bowler, just telling him to calm it down. You're my ace. Let's get a couple of wickets here.
Well, was that a conversation? Very animated one. Yeah, well, it's worked. Right on the money. Bowling it a touch slower and a touch straighter. That's all he needs to do.
And if you played against Haider Shah, you'll know that just that slightly slower, loopier ball in the air is where he gets trouble. Anything quick on his pads, outside off stump, well, he's always in position to play those balls. I'm not sure if this was a good idea to continue with Hamid Khan out of the equation, maybe gone with the left arm spinner instead. Let's see, can he prove us wrong here and get another wicket?
Slapped over cover. Not the right shot to play, but look at that pressure Wasi is putting on the fielders. That's brilliant.
Running the first one hard, doing the basics right. Haider Shah moves along to 48. What a knock. What a purple patch he's going through.
Well, this purple patch doesn't seem to end. Maybe it's the norm. We're into a new generation, a new reboot of Syed HAIDER Shah. Gone are that itchy and scratchy player who looked trapped in his own mind, struggling for form. Now he's just smacking the ball so cleanly, stacking up the big runs, and he's become a pillar for future matches. Clipped towards mid wicket, and once again he'll keep the strike. 110 for 2 at the halfway stage. Altogether for future matches, batting beautifully on 49, and they're in a very good position at the halfway stage as Srijit joins me in the com box. Good evening, Srijit.
Good evening, Ahmed. What a batting performance this by Syed HAIDER vs SHAH.
Consistency is thy name, Syed HAIDER. Charat Nirmal bowled a steady first over, flick towards that vacant square leg region. They're pushing for two. This could be a round opportunity, but at the wrong end. And that is 50 for Syed HAIDER vs SHAH. Of just 31 balls, he's held it all together for future mattress once again.
Take a bow vs SHAH. He came, he saw, he conquered. He took a couple of deliveries to settle in. He made sure that poor deliveries are treated really well. They needed a partnership. He got that, and he's looking good for a big one.
Trying to pull that away from well outside off. Taking a few liberties there. But you're allowed a false shot here and there when you're batting on 51 of 32. But the work is not done yet, Sujit. Plenty of overs still remaining. And the batting is a touch light tonight with all those absences.
But they have done really well. They said it's an opportunity for the bench players to really prove a point. Fine leg, third man up in the circle.
Nicely clipped towards mid wicket. And it honestly feels like there is no way this lad will get out unless he makes a mistake. The control with which he's playing these days. So the Daredevils need to make something happen here.
The only time I saw Syed HAIDER vs SHAH struggling was against the left arm spinner. That fourth line's delivery, the tossed up delivery, where he was trying to drive and couldn't really time it well.
To 31 runs in very quick time. It only felt like a few minutes ago Ikram arrived at the crease. Trying to force that to extra cover, just the bottom half of the bat. 119 for 2. Productive over for future mattress. The leggy continues. 1 for 20 so far for Mohammad Lukman. Current run rate of 10.8 is very, very acceptable indeed. Looking at a 200 plus score. Oh, he's gone downtown, long off. Just gonna drop in front of him. Ali Gover, sharp footwork, but they will pick up a couple. So he's looking to just open up here.
We're not manufacturing any shot. These are all risk-free shots. They know exactly where the fielders are. If you look at that shot, it was in the gap. No risk involved.
Very full. Too full, in fact. Otherwise, he could have tried to glide that down to third man boundary. Fielder is up, point and third in the circle, as is the extra cover. Pretty much standard field for the spinner. And that has been his issue. He does bowl a fair few wides down the leg side.
He is putting himself under immense pressure by bowling those line. Look at that. Excellent work behind the stumps.
Yeah, Rahul Soni had to get a move on. A big full toss, belted past extra cover. And there it is, that early boundary in the over.
The captain needs to go to the player and tell him what he needs to do. Juicy full toss outside the off stump, that was enough for him. Look at that. Quickly onto it, and no chance for that extra cover fielder.
And this time the back cut past the point fielder. Well, this is a batting masterclass from Syed HAIDER vs SHAH tonight, especially against the spin.
They are themselves to be blamed. The bowling side, the way they are bowling. Look at that. Shabby.
Shabby is exactly the word. Lukman is not providing any control whatsoever. You can see that slight shake of the head. And I think that might be some of the England lads here, the England Lions. Another back cut behind point. Big chase. This time it will be cleaned up. We saw the Afghan team training yesterday here, preparing for the series in Sri Lanka. So they'll be heading over there soon. The ICC Academy really is such a center point of global cricket, isn't it, Srijit?
Absolutely. And spectators are slowly coming in to catch a glimpse of the favorite player.
Hit on the up through extra cover. No chance for the long off. Look at that bat speed from SYED HAIDER versus SHAH. Absolutely sensational.
And with the turn, more importantly, he played that shot. There was gap. Look at that. Look at that head position. The elbow. Spot on. Boundary to end the over. 12 overs completed. And future mattress 136 for 2.
Well, plenty of bowlers used by Rahul Soni, and only Ashish Sharma none for 19 and Charit Nirmal none for 14.
Look at the projected score. 221 if they move at this pace, which definitely they would like to improve.
Back cut behind point. Anything short and wide. He's climbed all over it time and again.
In line and got the treatment from Shah. Look at that. He moved a bit and was right behind that shot, right from the middle of the blade. No chance for that fielder.
Fantastic hands once again. 141 for 2. He's already raised to 73 of just 41 deliveries. The 50 partnership is raised in double quick time. And the captain, Tasawwur Jammu, at the toss said, I would be satisfied with 150. Well, he certainly kept very low expectations from his own lads because they're cruising past that. This time, once again, looking for that forcing shot. The only pickup one.
Was very close to his body. Was very lucky. And that's the line you need to bowl to Wasi, because you have a fielder, the edge of the 30-yard circle. You are trying to make him play that cut.
Another big shot towards Aziz. Does well. In fact, he keeps it to 0. Excellent fielding.
In the initial half of his career, Wasi Shah struggled against full length delivery outside the off stump, but as the innings progressed, he's not trying to play those risky cover drives.
Wristy flick towards mid wicket. A lot of room there to maneuver. Another good over. Ali Gohar taken for a ride. 144 for 2 at the end of 13. Call because he was really struggling. $75 or 44 for Syed HAIDER Wasi Shah. And initially he really counter-attacked Abdul Safar beautifully, took him for a 4 and a 6 down the ground. Let's see what Ikram Johra does in return.
I would like to see this battle between Abdul and Wasi Shah. Yes, trouble.
Best fielder, perhaps Charit Nirmal can go in there. 76 of 45 for Wasi. And giving it a lot of due respect to a good delivery.
And this is the line I was talking about that put Wasi Shah in some sort of trouble. I have to consistently hit that line.
Yeah, if he plays you a big shot down the ground and if he whacks you, that's fair enough. That's the quality and skill of the batter. You have to keep your consistency, hit your areas. Lofted once again, but well short of that long off. And there, like you mentioned, he was trying to create something fancy that wasn't really there.
As a spinner, I always believe that you need to be brave. You need to toss the ball up. No matter, as you rightly said, if you been hit for a boundary or two.
That could have easily been jammed onto the sticks.
He was surprised. He was stuck inside the crease, and I believe it was very close to his leg stick. Look at that.
Yeah, that's his speciality, Ali Go. He gets that ball to nip in off the surface. Tucked around the corner, very, very careful. That could have easily struck the pad and we would have seen a huge appeal.
He's bowling wicket to wicket, and that's what you need to do, because anything wide shot outside the off stump we have seen. SHAH is very strong behind the point. He'll whack you.
Yeah, from that 148, maybe honestly 70 runs behind point. That just shows they haven't bowled straight enough or full enough, well within their range. And Wasi slaps it straight to extra cover and dropped. Well, Abdul Aziz Ansari, how costly will that drop chance be to the form batter of future mattress?
Was in the air for a long time. I think he took his eyes away from the ball. Poor piece of fielding there. Good comeback. Bat and pad together, plays it defensively back towards the bowler.
Very, very poor indeed. Just when they had inflicted some pressure on future mattress, they could have had back-to-back wickets. Two new batters at the crease. And it's a chance gone a begging. Single to complete what was a very good over from Ali Gohar. 151 for 3 at the end of 15.
Interesting phase of play. 151 runs on board. As Abdul will continue. Slightly outside the off stump. Punches it towards onside for a single. Interesting phase, especially from last 2 overs, where things have been quiet. To talk about that, I've got Abdul Rahman in the com box. Good evening, mate.
Good evening. 2 hard hitters of the ball. Tasawwur Jammu can hit them as well, but not till maybe the 17th or 18th over. As he's hit that, is it going into the gap? It is. Beautiful execution. It was a short delivery, rocked on the back foot and found the gap to perfection. HAIDER Shah gets a release shot. He gets a boundary.
He kept him quiet for a long time, using the depth of the crease and plays it in the gap for 4. That will definitely take the pressure from Tawheed, who's at the non-striker's end. As he comes in, and what a shot that! It's in the air and it's a sixer.
Well, hard in mouth stuff. Ball hit in the air. There was a fielder at square leg, but he had to cover a lot of ground to get to that ball. In the end, sticking his hand out in hope more than anything. And he gets a maximum of 10 of 2 deliveries. He moves into the 90s now, HAIDER Shah.
If you have to prepare a graph, 70%, 50, 60% on the offside towards that point region, and rest towards that backward square leg where he played his maximum runs. 207 is the projected score, just 10 runs away from his century. He's batted really well with authority. Much better line. Inner half of the bat was in contact. Just a single.
Now good cricket, intelligent cricket again by HAIDER. Just takes a single, gets off strike. Calm and compose yourself, young man. And Tawheed Riyasat, well, he has the license now. 4 more overs to go. Over.
This time, swivels, he flicks it towards onside. Completed 1. Excellent running between the wickets by these two.
Well, he has faced 57 deliveries, but he was quick off the blocks. HAIDER Shah took the first one very hard, had a quick look at the fielder. It was Hanif who had to turn around to catch that ball from his right hand, and by the time he held the ball, they were off for 2. This time will be just a single.
Excellent stuff. I think for me, that sweep shot towards backward square leg and that flick reminds me of Steven Smith. If he misses, he's prime contender for LBW, but he'll never miss. The way he is watching the ball, the way he is timing the ball, he's catching
Tactics here from Dubai Daredevils. They haven't given Abdul Aziz Ansari a ball, and they've brought in Muhammad Hanif. He's an off spinner, very experienced.
Can he get that important breakthrough? SHAH wasn't ready. Look at the field set up. 3 fielders on the offside inside the 30-yard circle for SHAH. Slightly quicker. Pushed it with soft hands towards onside. Looking for the second. Excellent running. And it's a direct hit. All eyes on the umpire. And they have gone upstairs. And it looks like he is not in the safety of the crease. He is walking back. But still, we'll have to wait and watch for the final decision from the third umpire. Bowler was very quick, puts in a slide, and without wasting any time, fires in a throw. Look at that. Not in the frame. And no. He's gone. The new batsman in is Mohammad Uzair Khan. But he'll be at the non-striker's end. First delivery after the wicket, plays it towards onside for a single. Interesting battle this would be between the off spinner and Uzair Khan.
Boundary to get the runs in the over, or does he just take a single, try to get to that triple figure mark and then cut loose? If anything, he's deserved 100, but I know for sure that he doesn't play for those milestones, plays for the team. Oh, he's connected it well. It's racing away to the boundary. Could this be the 100? Yes, it is. What a way to bring up your 100. HAIDER versus SHAH, take a bow. Unbelievable cricket, unbelievable form from the youngster.
Covered the arc, covered the man. What an innings. You deserve this applause. He came, he took a couple of deliveries, and he completed his century. 18 overs gone, 196 for 5 future matches.
Yesterday, Steve Smith scored about 80 odd runs. He drove the ball through cover, and they showed a video of him talking to Warner saying, "I'm back, baby." And I think HAIDER versus SHAH can say that as well. He is back. He is back amongst the runs. He is back with the big boys. We hope to see him back with the men in grey.
Regularly knocking the doors. And this time around, played with a straight bat. And you have to perform consistently to make sure that you get the eyeballs. And selectors will be having a keen eye on this youngster, the way he is playing, especially the domestic season. He's constructing, weaving his innings really like a matured player.
And he's trying to demolish the door and run over anyone that comes in his way. Unbelievable form by the youngsters. Very difficult to forget that he's only 22 years old. Oh, it's in the slot. It's in the slot. It's Vasi time. He has cut loose after that 100. Slow delivery. And that's a trademark HAIDER Vasi maximum.
Opens the face of the bat. It was a slower one. Look at that. He slaps it. He knew that there was no fielder at extra cover, deep extra cover. He improvises it and gets the maximum.
The Dubai Daredevils, they need to come up with something fast. They don't want to give away a lot of the free runs. Everything that is being scored now are runs they have to chase down. Charges down the track, plays it in the gap. No, it's the fielder. He's not really well. Abdul Safar saved a certain boundary for the side.
And now, 7 legitimate deliveries remaining. 206 runs on board for future mattress. Highlight of this innings would be, and for sure, it has to be Syed Haider Wasi Shah's 100. The way he constructed, the way he played.
I think that over from Hanif was an extra one from the spinner. They could have bowled Charit Nirmal for the 18th and the 20th over. Hanif did pick up a wicket but went for quite a few runs. And now it's Haider Wasi Shah. Oh, he's surveying the field. Watch out if you've got a car parked right there at square leg. He's hit that ball in the air. Fielder settling underneath it. Now it's a catch. It's Charit Nirmal who's picked up a wicket. And it's Haider Wasi Shah who was to walk back after a blinder of a knock. It was a tired looking shot in the end.
I second you. The shot was on, but couldn't get that distance straight into the hands of the fielder. But he has done his job. 108 is what he has scored of just 65 deliveries. And future mattress, they lose their 6-1. 208 for 6.
Performance 108 of 65 deliveries and started off really well with Hamid Khan, who got 39 of 20. Charit Nirmal picking up 2 wickets.
Partner Fancode and our event partner TCM. In the 33rd match of the tournament, Future Mattress has defeated Dubai Daredevils by 33 runs. Commencing ahead, we will now be announcing the name of the player of the match. The award will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And once again, the player of the match award goes to Syed Haider Wasi Shah for his 108 of 65 balls and a run out, as he led his side to post a massive score that was just too much for the Daredevils in the end. Wasi, in the previous match, you came in 26 for 2, you smashed 100. Today, you came in the first over, 2 for 1, smashed another 100. Pressure means nothing to you currently.
Yeah, no, first of all, alhamdulillah for this. And secondly, yeah, no, if you take pressure basically, then you're gonna you're not gonna play your shots. So I just, say to myself, if you're seeing the ball well recently, so might as well, just play your shots. And if it's meant to be, it will happen.
Well, it was a very depleted side tonight. A lot of senior players missing out on international duty, but still leading a top side like Future Mattress to a big victory. It's your 6th victory of the Arabian Cricket League. Right now, you're gunning for the MVP of the tournament. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, no, it's in the back of my head, but obviously the first priority is getting the team over the line, hopefully lifting the cup this tournament, and then we'll see about the MVP later.
Well, we'll see later, but for now, who would you like to dedicate this award to?
My mom and my dad. My dad's doing Umrah, praying for me. So yeah, obviously it's for you, Dad.
Brilliant performance, top stuff.
Thank you so much.
Well, that is the very charming and very humble Syed Haider Wasi Shah, back-to-back player of the match performances, and deservedly getting the award tonight as well. Well, that's all from the post-match award ceremony. Tomorrow, it's a double-header Saturday at the Arabian Cricket League. Join us at 4 p.m. local time for all the action. We'll see you then. Good night.
Thank you very much, my dear son. Well, thanks a lot. You dedicated this trophy to your dad and mom, dad especially on Umrah. Thank you very much indeed. I'm proud of you, my son. I'm proud of you. I'm very much proud of you. Viewers, please watch this total match 20 hours T20 ICC Academy Arabian T20 League, and this is ball to ball batting of Syed Muhammad Haider Shah alias Vasisha. Please do subscribe my this channel, Cricket Star, and also share it to your cricket lover friends. Thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for supporting me. After subscription increased, I will be highly obliged. Thank you very much. Bye bye.